Happy Wednesday, live from Georgia. Background is my childhood home. It's not really that bad out here now. It was 100 earlier, so I'm sitting here. I got to go get the mail. I didn't get it earlier, so just figured I'd sit out here for a moment or two. Calling this notes for the field updates. Today was a good day. If you ask me what my numbers are, they're 3.5s all around. I think the biggest thing that I learned, or two great things that I learned. One, I had reached out to my department and submitted a budget proposal for compensation for my participants, and it got approved. And so now I have to amend the IRB, and I can specifically tell them which fund that it comes from. And then upon approval, I can send the participants the link for Amazon for them to be compensated for their participation. I'm really excited about that. I've interviewed 28 people, and I feel so grateful for that. Just extremely grateful. This past Saturday was when I interviewed my 28th person. And at the end of the interviews, I always ask, is there anything that you would like me to know or wish I had asked you? And the participant said, thank you, Chris, for doing this study, because no one really thinks about us, or no one ever thinks about us. I was glad the camera was off, because I was like, why are my eyes moist? Anyway, but I feel grateful for all of the participants, for everybody that allowed me to talk to them. I do not know, even though I'm keeping the calendar open up until July the 1st, should there be anybody else that responds to the follow-up emails, I do not know if they will. I had one other person that I was trying to schedule, but I've already emailed them to follow up, and I do not know. But I know by July 1st, I won't be continuing to do at least any more interviews on Calendly using that link. So I'm grateful for that, for every person that has allowed me to talk to them, for has allowed me to do this study and just participate and answer questions. I feel like I am not just I feel like I am. I know I'm surrounded by data, and that's okay. I'm grateful for that, because it could be that I didn't have anything. So I'm grateful. What else? The other thing I learned, so when I submitted to do my preliminary exam through the graduate college, it was early May, but the results didn't get posted until May 23rd. So, well, actually after May 23rd, if we're being real. And so I learned that the graduate college requires you to be registered as a student. I've never registered as a student during the summer. Most of the time I just register fall and spring, and I don't even think about that I might need to be registered during the summer. I didn't know that. So I sent my advisor an email, because when I was looking at course registration, I didn't see her name. So I ended up reaching out to academic affairs, and they sent me the information I needed. Well, not just the information I needed, because I found the form, but we had to figure out which they added my advisor basically, and then she told me to go back and try it again, and when I went to try it again, it was fine. So I got registered, and then I sent that screenshot that shows that I'm registered to the graduate college, so they can process my preliminary exam results. So those are things that you learn that you don't know. So much administration that you don't know that. I mean, maybe that's common knowledge or things that people know, but I haven't been registering for the summer. I didn't know I was supposed to. Didn't know that. Anyway, news to me. Other than that, it's been all right. I got some new books because they wanted me to add blackness to my study. At least that's what Dr. Brock had said. So I got In the Wake by Christina Sharp. I got Blackness as Blur by Fred Moulton. And there's something else. I think it's Uncommon Grounds. But I don't know the full title because I don't have the book. But those came today in the mail. Yay! And I have a meeting with him to figure out what he wants me to be looking at, because I don't know. In the Wake with Christina Sharp is pretty good, and I can follow it along. With the Fred Moulton books, Y'all ever watch Sanford and Son? And when they used to have the episodes with the black cop and the white cop, and Fred used to look at the black cop and ask what in the world the white cop was talking about. That's how I feel about these books. They're with Fred Modem. I mean, philosophical, philosophical. Can't even say it right. I don't know. I'm still in the introduction, trying to figure out what my notes have notes, and I'm trying to understand how I can use it or what I'm supposed to get out of it. I'm not saying it's not brilliant work. I'm not saying anything negative about that professor who's been around writing all this stuff for years. I'm just saying I don't know what he's talking about. But Professor Christina Sharp's book, I understand. I think I probably understand hers because she starts talking about grief, and I get that completely. How she goes into it, I'm like, oh, okay, I can understand where she goes. So, yeah, things I'm learning. Reading other scholars, and what do you do when you don't know what they're saying and you're trying to figure it out. So, I do have a meeting with Dr. Brock in July. I put myself on his calendar. I also have a meeting with my intercoder reliability person on July the 11th. I have so far coded 8. Not coded. I've cleaned 8 transcripts, and I'm planning to start coding tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing, working it through. I'm grateful to have talked to 28 people. Really grateful. Also feels like being surrounded by data because I haven't even done the video analysis, but I do have a rough draft written down of what I plan to do for that, and so I know what July looked like. So I hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you're having a great day. I hope your world is going exactly how you want it to go, and that you feel amazing and know that you are. Thanks for tuning in. This is Wiley, live from Georgia.